Well, hello, hello. We are back. This is Jeanette Hill, your creative activist, playwright, director, producer, whatever it takes to tell our stories with our voice. That's what we do. So tonight we're going to do a second airing of It Never Starts with a Slap. And I just hope that we can catch this. Can you comment on it? Let me know that you're looking and you're listening. We want to hear from you and see what you think. A lot of these are real life situations. If it's not you, it may be somebody you know, or we just never know. But whatever it is, we want you to grab the wine and the wings, and it's only 20 minutes. You've got 20 minutes to get away from the madness of the world. So come in and sit down and share with us. Hit us up with questions or comments. Let us know that you like it. All right. And we're about to begin. It never starts with a slap.
What I considered the first blow wasn't even physical. In fact, it wasn't even verbal. It was silent. Not silence like he was mad. Silence as though I was invisible. Not even there. He wouldn't talk. He wouldn't eat. He wouldn't even look at me for days. And when I asked him what was the matter, he just turned his back on me or leave. Thinking the problem must be with me, I spent a lot of time trying to correct something in me that I wasn't even sure was wrong. I changed the way I dressed. I started wearing makeup, took culinary classes. I got his favorite recipes from his mom. I even lost 20 pounds. Still, nothing's good enough. He criticized everything I did. Everything was too something. It was too fat or too skinny, too bland, too salty, too expensive, too cheap. Nothing I did was right. My family was too low class. My friends were too loud and crass. I mean, I had a successful career, was intelligent, pleasing company, but he had me doubting everything about myself. It took an intervention, literally. My best friends, Laura and Mona, came to my rescue. They didn't judge me. They didn't ask me how I got into the situation. They just listened. They were supportive and understanding and strong in all the ways that I couldn't be for myself. I don't know what would have happened if they hadn't stepped in and helped me get the courage to leave a destructive situation, to thank God for friends, real ones. Hi, I'm Phyllis. I admit to being a computer geek. I work with computers all day and sometimes through the night. I have closer relationships with programming HTML codes than I do people. So I was surprised, even amazed, when Simon asked me out. He was an accountant, numbers man, serious type. It was okay with me because working with computers, I was into details too. He didn't exactly sweep me off my feet.
But when he suggested a short engagement, I decided to let him take the lead and went along with it. To be honest, I never thought that I would even get married. Hey, geeks need to believe in fairy tales too. For a little while, I felt like a chocolate Cinderella. Didn't take long for that bubble to bust. It began with him joking that common sense was like a foreign language to me. Soon he started each day with a comment about my life skills. One day, I wrote a check, taking our checking account balance a little low, not into overdraft, just lower than he was comfortable with. When I woke up the next morning, he had taken my checkbook and credit cards out of my purse. I was livid. He wouldn't even listen. Said that he'd fill my gas tank for the week and gave me a $25 allowance. It was crazy because I made as much money as he did. Naturally, I replaced all of my credit cards. When he found out, he locked me in our bathroom until I gave him the new cards. And that was it. I was done. I started my apartment search the next morning. Maybe I didn't have his kind of common sense, but I definitely wasn't a fool.
Child, all my life, I've seen women I knew, family, friends, neighbors, church members, tell these ridiculous stories to explain black eyes, bruises, bumps, broken this or that. Everybody knew the real deal. Some husband, boyfriend, or significant other lost control and expressed his love in an unlovable way. And I decided before I could vote that I would never, ever be one of them. So I had the conversation with every man I dated more than twice. Now, the problem was, I thought that if there were no licks passed, it wasn't abuse. Wrong. Learned that the hard way. See, I figured I'd run less risk if I got myself a church man. I mean, if he knew the Lord, then he'd know not to hit me, right? He didn't hit me, at least not with his hands. But he darn near beat me to death with the Bible. And he had a verse or story to rebuke me for everything I did. My makeup, harlot. My clothes, prostitute. Happy hour, the devil's playground. The way I talked, my text, corrupt communication. My friends, heathens. Well, you already know what happened with that relationship.
Hey, it's Marco. Look, let's get this straight from the start. All right, I am a man. I have never doubted my manhood. In fact, I'm a man's man. If you ask anybody that knows me, ask my family, my friends, my homeboys, and I was raised to respect women. My father, he had all the requisite talks with me. He told me in no uncertain terms, boy, a real man is never to hit a woman, and I never have. But what he failed to prepare me for is what happens when a woman is hitting me. See, there's no father-son talks for that. Look, I am educated, I'm caring, I'm compassionate. I'm the type of guy that can have the heart-to-heart talk, the deep soul-diving conversations, and I'm not afraid of a fight. I'm not afraid of a verbal disagreement, but how am I supposed to do that when I don't know what's happening or why or when? And Alyssa was always so passionate. I mean, that's one of the things that drew me to her. But over time, let's just say passion is not what we are going through now. I mean, it started when, she would get in my face whenever she got upset. I would walk away, or I would leave the room. But she, lately, it's like all of our talks are escalating into altercations. Lately, it's like whenever she doesn't get her way, she is jumping on me and pinching and scratching and punching, and I don't know what to do, and I'm not a punk, but what am I supposed to do? I mean, no man wants to go down with his woman. But I mean, for real, who are you supposed to tell when it's your woman whooping your ass? My homeboy? Yeah, right. So I can be the butt of the jokes for the next 10 years. Oh, my sister Eileen, so she can confront her. That is a wonderful idea. Fantastic conversation for Thanksgiving. Hey, you tell her, mama. Or therapist. Like, I know that's the new acceptable thing, but I'm a black man from the hood. And I ain't there yet. And so, I could leave, but, I ain't a quitter. We've been together for almost 33 years. Married young, too young. We met in our junior year of college and just clicked. I like the way she carried herself. Smart, strong, and confident. We had it hard growing up. Her father was an addict, in and out of prison, in and out of her life, and her mother struggled raising her and her brother. When she met my family, it was her first glimpse at a stable family home. Now, I'm not saying I'm her savior or anything like that, but it was then she started to hope and dream. Career, home, kids. And then, I don't know what happened. She gets stressed out, moody, yelling, arguing. Hey, look, I figured it was just life, After a couple of years of that, she decided she's not having kids. She said it was her body and nobody's going to tell her what to do with her body. When she get one of her moods, I try to make it better. I buy her flowers or something. She threw them out. Called them guilt gifts. Said she knew I was screwing around. Well, I wasn't. But she decided to make me pay for it anyway, and she would. She caused problems on my job, with my family. run up our credit cards. One time, she took money out of our savings account and bought a new car. She didn't care what it did to our finances as long as it hurt me. When I tried to talk to her about it, she said, "You're supposed to be my man. It's your job to keep me happy." Look, I'm 53 years old. To some people, I'm an old man. I can't remember but a couple of months out of my life not being stressed out. Okay, yeah, I know I could have left. But in my family, marriage is almost sacred. My parents have been married for 60 years. My aunts and uncles the same. Nobody has ever gotten a divorce. You know, at the end of the day, it's my life. What's left of it, I gave my all to this marriage. I gave my all to make her happy. 33 years. You know, I'm done. Time to make myself. It's finally my turn.
Of course I know about domestic violence and abuse. I had to live under a rock not to. But my idea of domestic violence was like a lot of people, black eyes, swollen lips, broken arms, people who drank too much, did drugs, or was mentally ill, right? Domestic violence happened to other people, right? The day I figured out what was happening to me, it wasn't the day that he finally punched me. It was Easter Sunday after church when he pulled me in front of our bathroom mirror and said, "You think you look good. Look at you. Look at you. Look. I don't know what was wrong with me to make me get with you. I hope and thank God and pray that I still have pity on your ugly behind and stay with you. Name another man who would want you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't nobody want you. Look at you. Don't nobody want you." I tell you, a punch wouldn't have hurted as much as the words as he said to me while I was looking at my own reflection in that bathroom mirror. You see, I'm one of the fortunate ones who made it out. I paid attention to the signs and I planned my exit to get out and just get out, just go, just leave. Not all women are able to take advantage of that opportunity to leave, because not everyone lives to tell the story. But I'm doing better. I am. And most importantly, I am safe. I take one day at a time. I live for today. I don't even know who's going to see this, but just know that this is just a small taste of what I went through. And that I am safe. I'm doing all right. No. I'm doing better than all right. Anyways, this is your girl Stephanie. Safe and living for today.
Married? No, and don't plan to be. I know the effects marriage can have, how it can kill a man's spirit. I watched my parents' marriage my whole life, mostly one-sided, with my mother in control. It was always about her. I can't remember one time I was happy growing up. Maybe my 10th birthday, we went to Six Flags. The roller coaster was probably my happy part. The hurt on my father's face pierced my heart every time my mother would tell him that he had no backbone, that he was a pitiful excuse of a man in every area. I felt so sorry for him. And sometimes I was embarrassed that he was my father. Why didn't he say anything? Stand up for himself. Dad wouldn't say anything. He never answered her. And when he couldn't take any more, he'd get up, go down to Shorty's and get drunk. I could see Mom on the porch yelling at him as he walks down the street. You piss poor excuse for a man. Go ahead, walk off, get drunk. A real man doesn't need to get drunk. A real man wouldn't leave. He wouldn't even turn around. He kept walking. Going Shorty's, drink his liquor, and come back. That was his life. He'd leave. But he always came back.
All right, all right. Thank you for watching. We appreciate that. Go ahead and make comments. Let us know that you liked it. Share again. Share it with your friends. Let them know what's out here. If you get a chance, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to the J.W. Hill Productions LLC YouTube channel. We're trying to get up to 100. If we can just tell all your friends and your cousins, you know how to do that with Luke and them, call them. And tell them to subscribe to the J.W. Hill Productions channel. We look forward to talking to you again. We're getting ready to come up on the holiday season, so we'll have some new things coming out for you for the holidays. And we have another surprise they're going to be waiting for you. But for right now, we need you to stay safe out there. Love somebody, make some memories. We know you can't touch, but there's so many other ways that you can do that. You know, sing a song, write a letter, get on Zoom, throw some kisses. But you take care of yourself. It's Jeanette Hill telling you to have a great evening and good night.